Hey guys, it's Thailand, aka DivoScizorhandz. And if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. And then if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. So in today's video, we are going to get into a complete makeover install with my client Jamie. So we are about to get into it, so just stay tuned and yeah, we'll go from there.
The God. The God.
Thank you. Up first, please make sure you clean, sanitize, and prepare your workspace. If you would like to see a video on how I did that, drop it in the comments below. In this clip, you see the 3 bundles of 20-inch as well as the 16-inch 5x5 closure that we're going to be working with today. As you can see, the hair is at a level 1, and we're going to be taking that all the way up to a level 8 or 9 using the Paul Mitchell Lightning System. The developers are going to be 30 and 40. If you need to know how to mix your bleach or a video on that, please drop it down in the comments below. Here you see me kind of going in and doing some pre-lift soft strokes. At this particular point in the video, I was not sure the direction I wanted to go in. The only thing that I did know is that I wanted to have dark roots. The inspiration picture that my client sent me, she was a high lift blonde, so I do know that I wanted to make sure that we achieve that for her. Now, normally we would use 613 hair and tone it, and that would kind of make it easier for us. I did not have that available at the time, so I did have to go ahead and lift and bleach. I had a little bit of time on my hands, so I wanted to kind of play and see what this method would get me. There are so many different ways to achieve the same result, so not saying that this is the method that you have to use, but you can do a million different ways, a million different things to achieve the same result. Repeating the process for every bundle and the closure, let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes before lifting all of the hair collectively, and then letting that sit for about 20 minutes and then washing it with the purple toning shampoo from Joico, and then I repeated that same process. After repeating that process, I did go ahead and deep condition the hair for about 30 minutes, which you see here. And as you can see, we definitely have roots. Depending on your client's request or shade or tone, you may have to have roots on the hair. And in this clip, you can see the hair hanging and it is wet. So please remember that hair does appear darker when it is wet than versus when it is dry. I did go back in and do some additional lifting to the closure because I felt like the ends were not blending once all of the hair was dry. And you will see that I made a last minute decision to kind of throw in another bundle. This bundle is a 16-inch because I wanted to create a little bit more dimension in the roots and bring in the client's natural tone as well. And here you have the color when the hair is fully dry, and the last minute bundle that we decided to throw in on top to create a little bit more dimension. Now we're about to start prepping the client for the install. Her hair is 4C and currently it is wet, though it may not look like it. So we're going to blow dry it on a low medium heat and kind of go ahead and stretch her out so that way we can braid her down and get things going. Now, if you pay close attention to my client's natural color of hair, you'll notice that is kind of what inspired our last minute decision to kind of go in and create a brown or more rooted tone to kind of warm up the color that we were going for. Here she is all braided down and prepped and ready for the install. In this clip, I'm kind of just showing you how I sewed the blonde bundles and then kind of cut up the 16-inch bundle to create our root effect look. And again, for the people that need a little bit more of a detailed description, you have the 20-inch blonde bundle that we colored, and I'm just taking the 16-inch rooted bundle, if you will, and randomly placing it throughout and sewing it together to create our root effect. And in this particular video, you will notice that I am not using a net, and that can solely be based off of the method of installation and your client's preference. Just make sure that you are consulting with your client to know what they're comfortable with, and as well as the pros and cons of using a net or not using one. There are a million different ways to achieve the same result. Just make sure that you're consulting with your client first. Coming up in this next clip, we are going to be installing the closure. Now, sometimes I do that first, sometimes I do it last, or in the middle of the install. However, whatever you're comfortable with, you just want to make sure that you gauge the space and leave adequate room, especially if you're going to be doing it last. Now, in doing this install for my client, Jamie, I did discover that she sings the house down boots. Like, when I tell you sings. And if you know me, you know I am a sucker for a good singer. I would play the actual clip and let you guys listen to it, but I did not get her permission first, and I don't want to be putting people out like that because I wouldn't like anybody to do that to me. However, coming up in the future videos, I am definitely going to ask her so that way you guys can kind of, hear what I hear and get to tune in. And like, I definitely think that you will love it. Now we've kind of spun her around and she's caught a glimpse of it and feeling her beats. Yes, but you'll see me molding her down. Now, this is not everybody's choice of finishing off their style or finalizing. However, she has been stitched. There is no glue whatsoever. It's all needle and thread. So I am definitely going to be molding her down, which you see me doing now, solidifying her part, and then putting her under the dryer for about 10 to 15 minutes. After that, you will see me showing you her part. I'm going to go in and kind of open up her part a little bit to her natural width on her scalp. And you will see the amount of hairs that I pluck out, which is not much. And now we are going to go in and kind of dust off some of those see-through ends, as well as create a natural light layering effect, as well as a frame around the bottom, so that way when she wears it curled or straight, it'll look nice. And I'm not taking off much, as you can notice, but you will see that the blending of the colors did kind of come together well, in my opinion. For this cut, I did decide to go ahead and use my thinning shears. You can use whatever shear you prefer. However, if you do know blonde hair, you know that sometimes in using a straight shear, those lines show up harsh. So you should be using some type of point cutting technique. Like I said, there are a million ways to achieve the same result, and this is just mine. You're more than welcome to have your own way. Now that all of that is done, I am adding some hairspray to the hairs to help hold the curls that we're about to do. And then you see me kind of going through and placing oil throughout the hair. And now I'm going to comb it all through and then start curling her. And you'll notice as I sliced the hair earlier how we went in and randomly placed that 16-inch throughout to create a little bit of depth and dimension. It looks really good in my opinion. Also, I prefer to use a barrel iron, but I did not have one big enough for this particular style, so I am using a flat iron, but you're more than welcome to curl with whatever tool you like to use. And here we have the final product. Everything came together very well. And now my client finally got a glimpse of what her hair looks like. Thank you guys so much, so much for tuning in and watch her serve your face really quick in this clip. I had to slow it down because she was like, I wanna serve. I'm gonna get it. Like, watch her serve your face really quickly. Ow! Yes, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, ideas, or suggestions, please leave them in the comment box down below. And until next time, where you will get more uniqueness, nerve, and Thailand, stay tuned.